in between plays when you guys are behind in Saturday?
I mean, we saw a lot of all the guys coming together. I felt like that's a big win for a program. I mean, it shows the culture you have. I feel like that win's bigger than winning 50-0. So I feel like we saw a lot of what the culture's about in our program and kind of what teammates we got. I feel like it shows a lot to the fans and to ourselves also.
Can you build on that? Is it something to build on?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we can still build on it. I mean, throughout the season we should improve, obviously, but I liked what I saw.
What were the conversations like in the locker room at halftime? Did you guys talk about anything you do?
Yeah, I mean we were kind of just talking about staying the course really. We felt like we beat ourselves in a bunch of things at the beginning of the game, especially on defense. We knew we could fix them, and we knew once the offense got going, we'd get going too, and we got a bunch of stops in a row, which really helped. Kind of figured it out, got in the flow of things, and from then on, we had a lot of success. So.
For someone like you and a lot of other guys that are sort of new to this team, on defense especially, I mean, how important was it to come together, and what did you see from a lot of you guys that are new to this team?
I mean, it's huge. I feel like no one was kind of complaining on the sideline, talking bad about each other. Sometimes that's what you see in certain teams, and when people get down on each other, really. We didn't see that at all. Everyone was staying positive. We knew we could do better. I mean, I looked up on the clock with, I think it was like 7 minutes in the third quarter, and we were down 27-6, and I feel like I was still confident we could come back, and it happened. So I feel like we had a lot of guys on the sideline that believed, and kind of that's how it came about.
When you got to that point in the third quarter, who were some of those vocal leaders that sort of was picking up the team on the sideline?
I feel like it was kind of just by position. Guys were just stepping up. I mean, it wasn't even one guy. Everybody was talking. Ghost had good energy. Chief had good energy. I tried to bring good energy. I mean, no one was really getting down. Everyone was just staying positive. Nakai was staying positive. The linebackers were staying positive. The DBs were staying positive. I feel like we got a group of guys that just aren't getting down on each other and blaming each other and just taking care of each unit. I mean, good things happen.
Where do you think that culture is rooted from? Where did it come from?
I mean, I feel like it came from Coach Tarduzzi, all the teams before us, how they saw the people before them do it in those championship teams and stuff like that. I feel like if you're a part of those cultures that win championships, you kind of know how to do things.
Did you ever experience anything like that at Kansas State where you were able to come from behind like that?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had some comeback wins, and I feel like also that was built off culture. Just guys it's really similar to here, culture-wise, and I feel like that's why we have success, right? Or we're having success right now. So I feel like if we keep building on that culture, we're gonna see a lot more.
The defense, you guys held up Cincinnati 37 yards in the fourth quarter. I mean, when did you notice a change in your guys' play, I guess, in that game to help you guys come back and win?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we got the momentum a little bit. I think that obviously helped. I feel like the guys were doing their jobs, getting their gaps. We just had little issues that turned into big issues and big runs, and then we'd have to keep going on these 15-play drives that were just kind of tiring us out. And we started fast at the beginning of each drive, got them to second and long, and from then on, Coach Bates called it aggressively, and we played well together.
What's the challenge for a defensive end and the rest of the guys in your position against a guy like Gary Green who runs so much and stuff?
Yeah, it's always hard going against a mobile quarterback. I mean, it changes the whole game plan. Just if you got a guy back there that's mobile and is dangerous on his feet, we just got to be a little more patient with our certain reads and stuff we do. Got to make sure we keep our eye on him, not let him out of the pocket. He's a big out of the pocket thrower guy, so keeping him in the pocket is going to be a big deal. And yeah, just trying to having our focus more on him and our reads and stuff like that.
How have you learned about this rivalry?
I learned a ton. I mean, honestly, I think it was pretty sure it was like 2 years ago. I think I saw the game on TV and I was watching it. I didn't realize it was like, why is it such a big game? But then I realized it was a rivalry, and it's Midwest. I mean, I got no idea. I didn't know about the rivalry until really about then. But I mean, now I know how big it is for both programs, how close we are. Only like a 40-minute drive is what I heard. So I understand it's a huge rivalry, and I feel like I take pride in it already so far, even though I haven't been here too long.
As an end, you're responsible then for keeping him in the pocket.
Yeah.
And making sure you keep your you bracket that end.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be our job. not every play, but most plays. We're going to be trying to keep him in, just as a defensive line too. I mean, you can obviously scramble up the middle and stuff like that if those D tackles don't do their job too. So it's kind of a whole group effort.
How many times did you play West Virginia in Big 12?
How many times you say?
Yeah.
I think 4 or 3. Yeah, three times. So I played at West Virginia twice and West Virginia at home once.
Do you feel
Or-
like
No, maybe I only played them twice actually, because I don't think we played them last year. So yeah, I think I played at West Virginia once and then at home once.
Didn't play against Green then?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you didn't play them last year.
Either, yeah, I don't think I did. Yeah. There's someone else, another guy was similar.
do you have any kind of takeaways coming from those games? What did you learn about West Virginia?
Yeah, I mean, at Casey we always had we had a lot of respect for their team. They play hard. Their offensive line is really physical, and we knew they wanted to run the ball. That's kind of their style of offense. So that's going to be a big point to us, just like last week. Cincinnati likes to run the ball. They like to run the ball. It's similar offenses. So I feel like stopping the run, they're a physical team. They're going to, this game's going to be physical regardless because it's a rivalry game, and guys are going to be trying to impose their will on each other. So I feel like just being physical up front is kind of what they want to do. So we got to match that and be even better. That's
How much do you guys feed off the offense, especially against Cincinnati when they're start to get things going? How much did you guys feed off the offense and how they played?
Yeah, we definitely fed off it a little bit. We started slow. We both started slow. We weren't doing well at the beginning. They weren't doing well. So I feel like once one team steps up, the other team gets a little bit of confidence. That's just how football goes. It's a game of momentum. So I feel like once offense got rolling a little bit, we got a stop. I think they scored again, and then we got another stop. So I feel like if you can just get that momentum rolling within the team, you can get a 20-point comeback in less than a quarter. So, yeah.
I know he's sitting right over there, so I don't want to make it too awkward, but do you remember Dez, either in the spring or the summer, was there a time when he made a play and you were just like, oh, okay, that's what that guy
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of plays that Des did. I remember in the spring, I think we were doing like testing and doing like verticals and stuff, and I saw his vertical, and I was like, because at first when I got here, I was like, who's Des Reed? I didn't even know that was. And then figured out he was our running back in the spring and the fall camp. So he made a ton of plays. He reminds me a lot of my old teammate Deuce Vaughn. They're really similar in the way they do things, their size, their shiftiness, their speed, and obviously you've seen it on the field in the first 2 games. He's a really good player. So.
Since he's a true freshman, but he seems like he's been getting a lot of snaps at
Yeah.
defensive end. What have you seen from him these first 2 games of the season?
A lot of maturity. The kid just, he just makes plays. Like, he just knows what he's doing. He has confidence on the field. I'm his roommate in hotels and stuff like that. So, he doesn't really, he's not like the normal freshman that gets scared and stuff like that. He has a ton of confidence in himself. He goes out there, just makes plays, does what he does. He's going to be a really good player.